work, kids, Bengals. That's pretty much my
Yeah, there
life
you
right
go.
now.
There you
It's
go. There you
it's
go.
very simple. But yeah, just getting up every day, doing what I need to do, and surviving life at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling with the punches.
Yeah. I won't force you to say anything that you don't want to say on here. So,
No, you're
you
good.
know,
I just don't want to get super
yeah, I don't want to get
deep and put
too.
everything out there. We can
Yeah,
talk about that off camera, but
yeah. I don't want you to.
no,
Don't worry about that.
you're good.
Um, because I would ask you questions and all that on here,
Hmm.
but I'm not going to because it's your personal business, and I'm not going to get into that.
All right.
I mean, I
You can
can.
you can ask, and if I don't want to answer it, I'll just say I plead the fifth, and we'll
Okay.
move on from there.
Were you a good man?
In the very beginning, no, I was not. Truthfully, that's some. I'm big on accountability now. I've been to therapy. I've done some work and stuff like that. In the very beginning, no, I was not a good man. I was being a boy
Okay.
and a child,
Good for you.
and I was extremely lazy and playing video games all the time, not doing the things that I should have been doing. You could say, you could go as far as like neglectful, I guess.
Yep.
Talking to people I shouldn't have been talking to, doing things I shouldn't have been doing, the whole. Um, yeah, no,
I was.
I cheated in the beginning.
Yep.
And I was just stupid. I was being a dumb kid, and I didn't grow up yet, and I should have, and that's on me.
That's not. Yeah,
Um,
there. How old are you?
I'm 27.
27.
Yeah,
Brother, you are doing great.
I appreciate that.
No, I'm dead serious, man. Because everything that he just did is being a man.
Yeah,
Good job, dude.
if I want anybody else to be accountable for the things that they do and the things that have been done to me, I gotta take accountability for my shit too. And so, in the beginning, yeah, no, I wasn't great.
Yeah, see, like, it takes, on this journey of life, it takes all of that for you to be able to admit and hold yourself accountable that you were wrong
Yeah,
and you learned from it.
absolutely.
Did you become a better man?
I did.
There you go.
So, in the very beginning, I was doing all that stuff. I was, before I had gotten together with my wife, um, my best friend committed suicide. That's why I have this tattoo. Because people always ask me what it's about, and it just says not okay.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and it's basically just a reminder that it's okay to not be okay.
It is okay to not be okay.
So that happened, and then my grandfather passed away too, and so I was hanging around like the wrong people and like partying and doing drugs and being an idiot, and I just really didn't give a shit about my life, to be frank. So there was all that, and then my wife comes along and she saved my life, pulled me out of that crap, but then she tolerated a bunch of shit that she probably shouldn't have even tolerated to begin with. And then, kind of threatened to, like, you don't get your shit together, like, I'm taking these kids and leaving. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. So, and that's the number one thing in my life that's important to me is my family and my children. So I went to therapy and got my shit together and became a better man.
Good. Good. We need more men like you. The reason why I say that is because, and I've heard this from women, so, can't get me here. This is a woman, multiple women saying this.
I was going to say, you might need more than one there, bud.
Multiple women have said this. They miss men with balls. They miss men with testicular fortitude. And that takes balls. So there you go. This is a man with balls. Good job.
I'm pretty much like an open book now. I mean, I don't want to get like too specific about things, Women are kind of on my shit list at the moment.
Why? No, please. I want you to.
Okay. So those whole, first of all, we'll start with like that little T app thing that they started, where they
Yep.
started posting all these men in there, and then it's basically just free online slander. And I thought it was funny that they ended up all getting doxxed anyway. But anyway, so they have these Facebook groups about like, are we dating the same guy?
Yeah, I know.
And so I got posted in there, not once, twice. And the first time I was married, I wasn't even doing anything. I don't even know how I ended up in there in the first place. So that one really pissed me off. And then the second one was recently, and it was a couple weeks ago. And like, well, yes, I am separated from my wife. I'm not on dating apps, and I'm not talking to a million different women. So I really wanted to know why the hell I was even in there in the first place. And it was funny because I got it sent to me by some people that I knew, and they're like, "Yo, dude, what the hell's going on? Like, you're being accused of being like abusive." First of all, I've never put my hands on a woman. I would never put my hands on a woman in that manner ever. And anybody that knows me would tell you that. And that I was a serial cheater. And then somebody commented, some other girl had commented on there, "Oh, I dated him years ago, and he blah blah blah." And I was like, okay, first of all, that would have been over 7 years ago. So like, are you the same person that you even were like 6 months ago as you are now? And we're talking about 7 years ago.
Good job.
When I was like probably 16 years old or something. I don't know, but sure, whatever.
Yep.
But that really irritated me, and it's like free online slander, and I'm like, and then I got some perspective from some buddies, and they're like, I mean, do you really even want to be with a girl that would like take that for what it is there and is like involved in engaging in that type of shit? And I'm like, no, you're right, I
Yep,
wouldn't.
you're right.
That's toxic, and the whole
Yep.
thing is toxic. And I understand that like the first part of that, like initially probably when they created the group was to protect women.
Yes.
But
Yes. We will say that on here. When they initially did that, it was to protect women from bad men, and I completely agreed with that.
yeah,
Because, yes. However,
it got real toxic real fast.
you ever seen any of those things that for men?
No. Actually, me and my buddy looked it up, and so we did a comparison. They have one, like, are we dating the same girl type thing? And there's like 900 in there, and then in comparison to the women's one, there's 64,000 of them in there.
Yeah.
I said, so I just got slandered to 64,000 people on the internet.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, if you look at the subject matter, the ones that the men were doing, they probably were posting stuff in there that had real reasons why a man should stay away from a specific woman.
More than likely.
More than
Logically. Because back to what you had said about, men being more like logical in the brain, that's just how we're
You just gave me
wired.
statistical analysis, bro. You gave me 64,000 compared to 900.
Yeah, and that's more like emotional, so they're going off emotions like, oh, this guy sucks, and blah, blah, blah.
That means that, what is it, 1 out of 70 men? Or 1 out of, no, 1 out of 7. 1 out of 7 men have been on this.
More than likely, give or take. I'm sure you were probably in there at one point.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was like, please go. So the funny thing is that my ex-girlfriend sent me it, and she was like, you fucking bastard, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I don't even know what it said.
Oh, I
which
got
is-
screenshots. That was great.
I never got a screenshot of what it said. Because I was like, I would love to know what was said in there. Because no one even knows me in this city, and the people who do know me wouldn't say anything wrong about me. Because even my ex-girlfriends in Nashville wouldn't say something wrong about me. They would just be like, it just didn't work.
Right.
So like, which Cincinnati's going to approach, by the way, that you're not going to be able to find anybody to date.
We're already there.
Aren't we? The thing about it is, and that women don't look at it this way. Like you said, would you even want to be dating a girl that's like that? And the answer is absolutely not. If you're a self-respecting man,
Right.
no, because if she did it to other people, or if she's looked at things on there, and let's say you pop up on it, she's not gonna, what am I seeing from this human being? It's gonna be, oh, this is how he treats people? No way, I'm leaving.
Right.
So it's the ultimate form of self-sabotage for women who do look at that. ultimate form of self-sabotage. Like you are just self-sabotaging something that could be great because you're listening to shit.
You never know.
And like you said, everybody is supposed to be growing as a human being. So stuff that happened in somebody's past, whether it's good or bad, it happened to them. And if they're a shitty human being, they didn't learn from it.
Right.
So you're going to see the same behavior unless they didn't grow from it. Or if they grew from it, you're going to see a different person than what somebody's posting on there. So it's the ultimate self-sabotage, and women wonder why they can't find a good man.
I'll tell you another reason why. Back to what we were talking about with accountability.
Yeah.
They don't want to be held accountable for their actions. And I'm not saying all of them, because I'm sure there's a couple.
I will say this. There are women who do hold themselves accountable, and those are the women that, not just Lisa, but I am fighting for, because I feel bad for those women because it's really hard for them to find a good man, because the women who don't hold themselves accountable are ruining good men.
Yes. And I don't want it, because I don't want to sound like, you're a misogynist. You hate women. No, I don't. I just...
Hold on.
I will testify that Joe actually very much loves women.
Yeah, say, hold on. That's the thing. When women say that about a man, I don't think they're getting it. No, I'm not a misogynist. I actually love women. I'm really upset with how you all are treating yourselves and how you're portraying yourself out into this world and your behavior. It has nothing to do with me. That's me wanting to love you and just say, honey, please stop before you destroy yourself. If that's misogynistic, I don't give a shit, because you don't hold yourself accountable. Go look in a mirror and ask yourself if your behavior is what you want to portray on this earth.
Yeah.
Or if I was dating myself, would I want to put up with this type of behavior from my partner?
No.
No.